Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the High Ticket Coaching and Consultant Strategy and Growth Show. Now, if you're watching this interview anywhere else but within our private Facebook community called High Ticket Client Attraction Insider Circle, then definitely come check us out. We'd definitely love to have you. And that community was put together specifically for coaches, consultants, and service providers who are serious about getting up to that 6 and that 7-figure level. So if that's you, definitely come check us out. Now, today, I'm pretty excited to introduce you to another one of the members of our community, Therese. Welcome, Therese.
Howdy, I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Great having you. So, Therese, tell the rest of the community members, what is it that you do?
So what I do is I work with high achieving business owners, and I love access the service-based ones that they know they have a mission, right? So they're not just out for the buck. They want to make the money, but I love working with people that their mission is their ministry, or they know in their soul that their work they're doing is their life's purpose. So very often when that's who you are, you get a lot of inner game stuff. I used to be a psychotherapist. And so in addition to being a business coach, what I do is I help people that know they're sitting on a gold mine, but know that they're in the way. I help, clear the energetic blocks, kind of help them get really clear and embodied with what their work is. So business coaching, but with an energy and mindset specialty, I would say.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. So tell me, what's your background? What's your backstory before you got started into this, doing this type of work?
Well, I was a prison guard at one point. Woo, woo. So I had a degree in criminal justice, and then I had a master's in counseling, and I thought for sure that I would do that forever. And then one day I decided, I think I want to try life coaching school. And sort of a funny story is back in 2001, life coaching, I went to a networking group, and I said, I'm a coach. And they said, what, golf or tennis? Because back then, that was it, right? And so then there was a little newsletter ad from that company that said business coaches wanted. And here, I have no background in business. I had never read a business book, worked in business, and yet my fingers were on the keyboard and my head's going, what? But I know that was my soul guiding me to the next right path. And so I immersed. And it was a long, hard road, because when you have no background, and so everything I teach today, like how to own your value, how to talk about the work you do, how to do messaging, how to get seen in an authentic way, how to blast through your money blocks, is because I had them all. I got to learn by not being able to do it. Right. And so that's why I have such compassion for people that just have such a heart to serve, but have no idea how to do it right.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the how. Prison guard, business coach. I don't know about that. Anyway.
I guess life is one of those things where, again, you really can't connect the dots looking forwards, but looking backwards, you can see exactly how you get to where you get to.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So what would you say are core key principles in terms of just kind of based on your own journey and where you are today? What are a few key principles based on how you, whether it's to run your business or how do you help your clients and what you have them focus on to be successful?
So I think the number one key, and I have male clients, but I have a lot more female clients. And I think owning your value as a female business owner is really hard, especially if you're over 40. Over 40, we didn't have Oprah. We didn't have Oprah being the badass woman that takes charge and makes billions. We didn't have those role models. And so if you're not owning your value, you can't sell something that you're not owning. So that's a huge one. Another key principle that I personally love, because I'm a little bit, I don't know, a little sassy, I guess. I have this blend of being reverent and irreverent. So I'll swear and pray in the same sentence, but very often I think it's charming. And I like people, I want you to do your business your way. I have this thing about being boldly self-expressed, throw away the box, throw away the formulas. You gotta find your voice. Because many of us come in and we do it how our mentor says, or those are the rules, that's the formula. And sometimes it just is soul killing. If you're trying to follow a script that isn't your own. Just today, I was on the phone before this with a person. She's like, I am an energy healer, but I keep being told I have to package that for business. And so she couldn't sell a thing. And she's a great mentor she's working with, but she couldn't because it's not true to who she is. And so I help people okay, well, who do you really want to be? What do you really want to say? And if you weren't afraid, what would you do? Because most of us are oh, that wouldn't sell, or you can't make money saying that, or it's already being done. You know what I mean? So it's really doing it your own way. Those are huge, huge principles for me.
Yeah, and that is so powerful, right? So, and I think I'm not sure where I heard that from, but it was almost like the whole thing. You go, you learn, you go, you learn a whole process, only to get to the end and realize that the way this process works is you got to be your own unique individual, right? You got to figure out what it is and go take it down your own the
Yes,
place where you want to take it, right?
exactly. So you learn the rules to break the rules, basically, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
And
Good stuff.
another one that I didn't say is I believe, like I wrote this book called Love-Based Mission,
Hmm.
how to create a business that serves your soul. And my premise is that those of us who are really service-based, we're also probably codependent. We also have trauma. We also have had stuff or experiences that cause us to play small or to not step up and own our greatness. And so the higher level you want to achieve, the more inner work you have to do. Like this will take you to your knees. I don't know your story. You're doing pretty good today, but I don't know if you have a story where you know hit your knees a few times or were slammed to the ground. Like, who I am is not going to be the one that is the $1 million guy, right? Like so you have to do your inner work. It's not just getting Twitter followers and pretty graphics. It's like, why am I sabotaging? Why am I not speaking up? Why am I not owning the space, right? So that's a huge principle. That's one of my best specialties, is that one right there.
Hmm. Love it, love it. So what's that big picture vision? What's that vision that you're building towards at the moment?
Lots more books, lots more when we can, lots more speaking. I love like live events. Oh my gosh, get me in a room with people. That's when I'm on fire, because I love people that are willing to go deep. And with my background as a therapist and energy healer and all this stuff, I can go really deep. And so that is my most fun. So it would be super fun to have like destination, like we'll go to a place with beaches and warmth and work and play. And I'm all about transformation, right? So the various ways that can be about, but just reaching more people, that's what
Mhm.
it's about.
Yeah, good stuff. Now with the book, what was the inspiration behind writing the book?
It's a funny story. So somebody asked me if I wanted to publish, and I was going to write it a number of years ago. It was supposed to be called The Entrepreneurial Journey as a Spiritual Path. And then my mom died suddenly. So that kind of threw me off. And then I was going to write it again. Okay, I'm ready. I'm healed. And then my kid's dad died suddenly. And so threw me off. And so I wrote it, and truthfully, it was really bad. It was like because I was phoning it in, right? I was like, I got it 22,000 words, and I was you got to be aligned and embodied with what you're doing. And for me, it was like, I was just phoning it in. And so I was talking to my publisher, and it was just like, what am I about? And I'm about being mission driven. Like my whole life is like the mission, and understanding that like those of us who have big missions, there's a sacrifice, and we bring our unique individual stuff. And so my publisher said, if you want to write a book, it's going to have to transform you. So are you willing to let it transform you? And so that was kind of a like, and so I took all my therapy understanding, all my understanding of codependency and trauma and where people break down, and I showed the path out and how to literally have a business that serves your life, how to be mission driven. So, but there's a lot of stops and starts, right? And so,
Yeah,
5 years.
got you, got you. But it's amazing that stuff. And I believe that having a book is such an awesome experience, right? Because it's a way you could really get really clear on what it is that you're about and be able to really
Yes.
articulate that core message, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was cool.
awesome. Yeah. So in essence, what the individuals you work with, your clients and stuff like that, what typical hurdles do you typically see that prevents them from achieving the success of results that they're after?
Visibility. They're either not getting the right visibility, or I call it a difference between being seen and being visible, because a lot of people are putting marketing posts out, but it's like, I don't really see you, I don't feel you. At least the work I do, I'm really relational, and I feel like, no, people need to feel you, not just what oh god, another Instagram, what, visibility. They come to me they have money blocks. They often, or they'll make money and they keep losing it. They're just not like the pain, that great gap, like, I'm supposed to be here, but I'm here, right? So they know they are absolutely capable of so much more. Another one they're doing is pivoting. Like a lot of my clients, like one woman was known as a business coach. She was multiple six figures, but she's like, I don't want to teach marketing. I want to do spiritual direction. I want to just help people with, with lining up to their spiritual calling. That's kind of a scary jump. Like when you've been known for this and it's selling, and then you just want to dance over here. Like, that's pretty scary. And so that's a lot of the work I do with people. And I think a lot of the women I work with have other stuff going on. So like very often they'll come to me and say, I thought I was coming to grow my business and you ended up saving my marriage, because I'm really holistic, right? So I don't just piece out things. So they might have something happening in their life that it's just draining them or pulling them away from their business. And so I can work with that stuff as well. So those are the roadblocks usually.
Yeah, awesome. So let's go back to what you said about visibility. So you said most of them, they struggle with visibility. Talk a little bit a bit more about that.
I feel like there's, again, being seen and being visible, and what you're saying and I think that's really hard to land. Like I don't sell something that's tangible as well. Like because I do transformational business coaching. I used to say, I wish I could just sell copywriting. That'd be so easy. We're talking headlines, we're talking split testing, like if you sell something that's very grounded, it's seemingly easier to message it. The more it is about you being the product, and a lot of my people are service-based business owners. I think our brilliance lives in our blind spot, right? So I can see you and go, oh, boom, 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 boom. And you'd be like, really? I could say that? And so a lot of people, and again, particularly women, like you probably were an athlete. I don't know. But a lot of people who were into sports could like, yeah, I'm the man. Yeah, I rock. If you're over 40, you were not told that. You were told, shh, oh, it's all of us. Like, so women are taught to dim down, to be like, oh, there's no I in team, women are taught often to diminish themselves. And what is marketing and selling? You got to amplify yourself, right? Especially if you want to stand out. And so I basically like, okay, if you're supposed to be the lighthouse, how do you do that in a way that is in alignment with your values, who you are, speaking the words that your market wants to hear, the problems? And that's not just a formula. That's not just here's the visibility template, right? It's more about who do you have to be that embodies that your energy is so attractive. People are going to go, I don't know what you're selling, but I got to have some, right? So that's what it is.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. What does working with you look like? How do you work with your clients one-on-one in a group? How do you work with your clients?
Yes. So I'm just starting right now a 90-day soulful sales through magnetic messaging program. So that's coming in like probably October. I don't know when this is going to airing, but like, so I'm just starting that the next few months. Sometimes I do like small packages, like just clearing, because I do a lot of energy clearing. So a lot of people are doing really good with their marketing, but they know they've just got mindset stuff. So I do that. I love working mastermind groups. I used to do live events and retreats. That's not for right now though. So all that.
Yeah, good. So with COVID-19 has definitely shifted the game for the business, right?
It has. Yeah.
Yeah. What's so are you introverted or extroverted?
It's really funny. I'm extroverted, but I'm on the scale, I'm like an intimate. So I'm very extroverted with my energy. I can speak easily, but I don't like small talk. If I'm at a party, I'm going to be hanging out, you going real deep, right? I'm not like socializing with 15 people, but I can be very comfortable in an extroverted environment, but I'm more I like intimacy.
Awesome. If you had to sum up your whole life, everything you've been through, all the experiences, everything you've been through into one sentence, what would that one sentence be?
She overcame and shined her light for others. That was a really good question. That made me think. That was good.
Yes. And it's so powerful in today's day and age, right? So it's almost like the way we succeed is by helping others, right? Yeah, awesome. Absolutely. Yeah. So what about how do you get your current information? Are you pretty big into reading books, podcasts? How do you currently stay up to date with new breakthroughs?
I'm not great at well, I'm listening to so much Joe Dispenza these days. I'm just all about mind and energy and quantum physics. I'm like totally into that world. So I'm listening to that a lot. I've got some just really brilliant business friends. And so I'm like, oh, what are some cutting edge things? You know, so I listen to that. I read a lot. But I'm pretty into the Joe Dispenza world these days with my content. So
Yeah, awesome. Have you always been in that world as far as Joe Dispenza and stuff, or was there ever a point where you were not into this type of stuff?
I've been on a personal growth journey for like lots of decades.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, when I used to be a therapist, there's so much emphasis on brokenness and you're traumatized or you're just stuck like, oh, well, that's what you inherited. And so it's so lovely to be like, wait, I don't have to be a victim to that. You know what I mean? So I love it really fits in like the quantum physics and all that kind of stuff. It's just like, we can have anything we want. Like we're not relegated to our situation or our ancestors or the past. And so it works with where I am because I'm all about that. I'm like, oh, heck no, there's more possibilities. I will not accept that, you know? So then of course find the material that's going to support that belief for me.
Yeah, good stuff. What about do you have any type of routines, how you organize your day, your time, that kind of whether it's a success ritual,
Yeah.
you know, anything?
Yeah. Well, I used to do Pilates 3 to 4 days a week. That's gone for right now. The studio's closed, they reopened, then I broke my wrist. So I will soon get back to that. So that was that. I eat really clean. So to me, I can have all kinds of routines, but if I'm the goose that lays a golden egg, basically. So if my energy, my health isn't working, it doesn't matter what I do. So I really I gotta make sure I have fun on the weekends with my boyfriend. I really eat clean. I take vitamins. I take hot baths every night. So there's the self-care. I get massages and do all kinds of good energy stuff. Then I start my day with meditation. And truthfully, structure has not been my strength. And so I'm just now in a program where I'm like, oh, I got to check in every day, you know, and I'm like, ah. So I know that I need to add that to myself. So that's what I do.
Yeah, good stuff. And who'd you say is that ideal client for you are that typically have on their journey?
So the typical clients that I'm good at, you know, and I'm not going to say a dollar amount because you can have a multiple six-figure person and they wouldn't necessarily be a great client, or you can have an $80,000 person, they would be perfect. So I don't want to, but they're people that are service-based business owners who know you have a huge dream and you already know what you're selling. So I don't really want to work with startups or people that are in corporate trying to start a business. I want the people that I've been doing this for a few years. I got my marketing set. I know what I'm selling, but I'm in my own way.
Yeah.
And this is kind of funny. I don't know if most coaches say this. I really am so relational. At the end of our call, I will tell you I love you, right? Like I really connect. You don't just get like, okay, you got 30 minutes, go. I mean, you get. So I like the people that want a relationship with a mentor, want to feel loved and can go deep, who are willing to. I like speed. I like people that are courageous. I say, go do this, or like, cool, I'll do it. I like people that are that there's usually spiritual components to the work I do. So people that are open to spirituality, whatever it is for them.
Yeah.
Don't mind a few swear words here and there. Kind of, they're funny, they're smart, they're driven.
Yeah.
So that's my folks.
Yeah, good stuff, Therese. Now, if someone wants to learn more about you and what you do and ultimately take that next step with you, what's the best way for them to be able to reach out and connect?
Yeah, so probably Facebook, because my website is a wee bit dated. That hasn't been caught up. You can go to thereseskelly.com, find me there. But Facebook personal profile, I'm like, just message me in Facebook or ts@thereseskelly.com. That's my email.
Okay, perfect. And guys, if you're watching this interview live or on the replay, the links Therese just mentioned here, they will either be right above or below this video. So you can click and get connected right to her. Well, Therese, hey, thank you so much for making the time to be here today and sharing with not just myself, but the community. What is it that you do? Do you have any final thoughts before we end?
You know, I want to tell you, don't stop, right? If it's in you to do it, there has to be a way. And so don't give up on the dream, right? Make sure, I'm in this, like, don't let yourself die with the dream still in you. I'm really energized by that these days.
Mhm.
And so find a way to get the expression of it out in the world. You can do it. Yeah.
Awesome, love it. Well, again, thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Thanks. Good to talk to you.
Awesome, enjoy.